and we're going to start with Mr. Brian Flores and Tua. How do you pronounce this? Sounds simple. How do you pronounce that nigga? Like Tagovailoa? That's
Tagovailoa.
Tagovailoa.
Tua
Tagovailoa. There we go. There we go. I mean, it's funny. I can pronounce Antetokounmpo, but I can't pronounce Tagovailoa. It's funny. But anyway, so we had the whole situation. Tua had this interview with Dan Le Batard. Shout out to the GOAT Dan Le Batard, one of my media inspirations. They had a real good interview with Tua. It was him, Stu Gatz, and Chris Cody. And you know, he's kind of really just saw Tua open up for the first time and talking about everything he's learned over these last couple of years. And he went in. They asked him about Brian Flores. He said, imagine if you had a terrible person just telling you over and over again that you ain't nothing. How would you feel? And how much longer would it take you to bounce back from that when you have somebody else like Mike McDaniel pouring all that positive information into you? And he didn't just say that Brian Flores is a bad coach. He called this nigga a terrible person. And then we had what I would call one of the weirdest press conferences I've ever seen. And that was this press conference that this nigga Brian Flores had. As you can see, he brought his bodyguards with him. You know, I should know. You know, this thing about the NFL, I don't know who these two niggas are. Well, I'm guessing one is offensive lineman, one is a defender, is a defender. But these two stood up there like he was like that was their bodyguard. And all I took from this was that Brian Flores 100% said that shit. He went up there, was like, you know, I'm wishing the best for Tua, and you know, he didn't deny it. He just kind of felt like, yo, I did it. I'm gonna own up to it, and I respect that if he owned up to it. I respect he didn't go up there saying, I don't know what the nigga talking about. You know, he has to walk very, very, very slowly because he doesn't want to get kicked out of the NFL again, even though he led a really good Vikings defense last year. But this whole presentation,
he still got that lawsuit going too.
He still got that lawsuit too. Stephen A. As Stephen A. said that Dan Le Batard was in cahoots with the NFL, which led to Dan going into a whole 30-minute thing about what the hell does cahoots mean because of that lawsuit. Courtney, what do you think about just this whole thing with Tua and Brian Flores? How Tua said it in this weird press conference that Brian Flores had?
Yeah, I mean, it's some people thrive in those situations, right? Where someone basically tells them that they ain't shit, never gonna be shit, right? Like some people thrive off that kind of negativity. And listen, Tua has played for Nick Saban, but there is a huge difference because I think ultimately, Nick Saban obviously did have faith in him. If any of us can recall that 2017 national championship game where Tua came in for Jalen Hurts and then they won the Natty, you know, I think that's really what it came. I think Brian Flores maybe just really didn't fuck with him like that. Maybe that's also his coaching style. We've heard, you know, rumors about other players not necessarily jiving with Brian Flores. So, I mean, listen, Tua's clearly in a better situation now with Mike McDaniel. Good for him. Happy for him. But, like, it's just two different styles. And clearly they just didn't mesh well.
It definitely seems like they didn't mesh well at all. Bang, what you thinking about this? I know this is this picture right here just funny as hell to me. Like, I want to know, did PR set this up? Was it somebody in communications like, no, go up there? Or Brian Flores went like, I need you two niggas to go up there. What you think about this?
That is quite literally exactly how it works.
That's probably what happened. That's probably what happened.
That's probably what happened. But first, to go to the Brian Flores Tua thing, defensive coordinators, defensive coaches mostly coach their players hard. You got to know your personnel and you got to know who you're coaching. So as much as I'm one of those people that like to get coached hard, I'd rather you tell me what I'm doing wrong rather than what I'm doing right because it's easy for me to fix. I'm one of those people that probably would have excelled in coaching with Brian Flores. Quarterbacks are not those type of people. Unless you're Tom Brady, quarterbacks is not one of those people that want you to tell them that they suck. So I blame this mostly on the Miami Dolphins for not knowing their personnel and not knowing what they need because the quarterback position is definitely the easiest one to lose your confidence if somebody is telling you and texting you that you suck. It's not going to motivate those people. Tom Brady is literally a last of a dying breed there. With that being said, that press conference was weird. That shit was weird as hell. You didn't even need those two players. You literally could have went up there and said, you know what? Things didn't work out, but I wish him the best. And I wish him good luck on the rest of his career. That is literally it. They didn't need that extra shit. They didn't need the beard to the left or the right of them. So, yeah, I was just like confused because he's been doing a great job with the Minnesota Vikings. He did a great job with the Minnesota Vikings last year. And even this year, he expects to have a lot of the load because you got Sam Darnold there as the quarterback, and J.J. McCarthy is injured, and this offensive side of the ball is new. So it's going to be a lot of work put on the Flores and the defense. So you didn't even need to do all of this shit, man. Just stay, hey, man, what happened in Miami happened in Miami. I wish him well, and I maybe we see them in the Super Bowl. That's literally all he had to say. It was stupid.
Which every beat reporter should have laughed him out of the building if he thought that the Vikings were making the Super Bowl. No nigga gets more chances than Sam Darnold. Oh my God.
It's better than having a white man and a black man with their arm folded up. It's better than that shit.
Definitely better than that. It'd be funny if he had an actual quarterback up there. Like if he had Sam Darnold up there and J.J. McCarthy and his crutches up there. Like, no, that nigga been nice to me. Dante, what you think about everything that's been going on with Tua Flores in this press conference?
I've been waiting a long time to say this, but niggas like this make niggas look bad. Like, when you throw the race card out there and you talking about, they fired me because I was black. No, they fired you because you was a trash ass coach, nigga. That's why they fired you. What are you talking about? Like, what do you mean this is racist? There was no racism involved. You're texting your starting quarterback talking about, nigga, don't blow this. Like, what the fuck? I would have fired you too. What are you talking about, nigga? Like, this was really disappointing for me because, like, naturally we try to back fellow black folks up and say, all right, bro, this wasn't right. We barely got black coaches as it is. They didn't give you a fair shot. That's the first thing we jump to. No, that nigga was just trash. Like, you're a defensive coordinator, and that's what you're good at. Go do that. And so, I think it's crazy. I'm glad Tua found a coach, another black man who really holds him down.
Black King Mike McDaniel.
Black King Mike McDaniel, who looks like a fucking cocaine dealer, but that's neither here nor there. But I'm glad he found a coach who really, was able to tap in with his talent and get the most out of him. But no, like, this is a joke. Like for you to all of the shit they said he was saying, if that's actually what happened, nah, bro, you're a clown. Like,
that's what I'm saying. Like, that's why all he needed to say was just like, yo, what happened there happened, yeah, move on. Tua didn't have to call him a trash person, a terrible person. Like, he could have just moved on too. But considering where we are with Tua, I'm glad that he said his shit and he got his shit off. But yeah, man, if somebody texts me, hey, don't suck this up, man, don't blow this, yo, I'm probably gonna do it on purpose. Or I'm probably just gonna cut you like, man, don't text me no shit like this. Fuck wrong with you? I'm trying to win a game and you doing this shit, man, I'll beat your ass. Or since he's Samoan, man, I had to buy
let me call the Usos on y'all.
Yeah, man, I had a booyah trap come up there and beat your ass.
Boy, we would have had the whole bloodline in South Beach, nigga. It would have been a fucking problem.
Fuck is wrong with you texting me this shit? It's 4:00 in the morning. It's the first text I see, nigga. Nah.
Nigga, he'd have pulled up to Hard Rock Stadium. All you saw was them ones up. All you saw them ones up, nigga. Roman Reigns, all the Usos would have been in that joint. Boy, and that just kind of shows you what Tua. I don't want to say it's a bad. I can't say it's bad. He's a nice guy, but it shows he's a nice guy. Because anybody else, you ain't talking to me like that, nigga. I don't know what you thought this was. It'd have been a problem. But it's kind of like also what Orlando just said. If you think Tua stink, just wait till you see week 1. When you see Mr. Sam Darnold on full. You want to know anything about white privilege? Just look at Sam Darnold. That is the definition of white privilege right there.
That paper on this player haters, old news, money on the other line, so I'm not gonna hold you. Money on the other line, so I'm not gonna